Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video I'm going to discuss about my personal journey in freelancing. You might have seen a bit difference on my face today because I trimmed my beard. I tried such crazy experiments, so get used to it. So coming back to the video, so the reason why I'm making this video is, not just only to share my personal experience, but I have seen videos over the internet related to freelancing, and I have read articles, not many articles, but few articles related to freelancing. And what's the issue that I found in those articles or videos is that they only provided the thing about freelancing from a very general point of view, and not many actually share their own personal experience. So from this video I want to share my ups and downs that I faced in my freelancing journey. And honestly, I didn't really face a lot of downs. It was only ups most of the time. But just to give you a very understanding of freelancing from a personal point of view. So before we get into the entire freelancing thing, let me give you a small background of how I started in freelancing. So let's go. Oof. Whoops. Okay, there we go. My face back again. Hi. So I started my journey 2 years ago, and I was offering pay-per-click ads. So I was a PPC ad specialist, and this is the time when I was just starting out. I had an internship with a marketing agency, and I had no social proof in the marketing world. I had very little experience, so I only had the knowledge. I mainly had the theoretical knowledge and a little bit of practical knowledge in pay-per-click ads. So my aim from freelancing was not to actually make side income back then, but actually to improve my skills in pay-per-click ads. Now, the reason why I chose to improve my skills in pay-per-click ads is because I knew that this is going to be a huge thing in the future. Like now, it is a very huge thing in India, and I knew that I had to become better in it as fast as possible. And even though I was working in an agency as an intern, I knew that my growth will not be as fast until unless I try doing things by myself. So I decided to choose freelancing and try to find clients. So let's understand a bit of freelancing. What is actually freelance? A lot of people say I'm a freelancer. I'm a freelancer. So what actually is freelancing? Let's try to understand the meaning of it. Okay. All right. Back. So the meaning of freelancing. No issues. I opened all of them. It's okay. I'm still trying to get used to this too. So the meaning of freelancing: working on a contract basis with someone in return of some monetary value. So basically, what is in a very basic sentences, if I explain to you guys, is that there's a person who has a particular problem, and you have the solution to that problem, right? Now you approach that person that, hey, I have a solution to your problem, and if you pay me XYZ, I will help you in solving it. So this is, now you guys enter into a contract, and once you solve the person's problem, the guy pays you up whatever amount you fixed. The requirement for freelancing: you have to be specialized in a particular skill or area. For example, in my case, I was portraying myself as a specialist in pay-per-click ads. You might be specialist in website development, software development, app development, content writing, interior designing, XYZ. There are so many fields out there you can be specialized in today's era. And now there are two ways of finding clients. One, you already have a network of people, and you try to approach people in that network and see if any one of them have problems in your niche. And the second is freelancing platforms. Now, for me as a guy who's just starting out, I had no network, honestly. So it was impossible for me to get clients from a network. So the only option that I had, freelancing platforms. So if I, but in a general view, if I put a comparison between network and freelancing platforms on the basis that from where you can find clients easily, I will definitely say network, because in a network, people have a bit of trust on you. They know you, they know your experience and all those things. So it becomes easier to, get clients from the network. But when you are just starting out on a freelancing platform and you have no social proof, the person on the other side doesn't even know you, then it becomes a bit difficult for for getting a client from such platforms. Now, for me, I had nothing. I had no network. I had no social proof on freelancing platforms. So it didn't really matter to me which area I chose. So I decided to choose freelancing platforms because I felt that it's much more easier for me at that time. So now there are various freelancing platforms such as Upwork, People Per Hour, Guru, Freelancer, Fever, and I tried four platforms. So the four platforms that I tried were People Per Hour, Upwork, Freelancer, and Guru. Now, before I move forward, let me rank them from high to low in my own personal experience. You might have a different understanding of those and might rank them in a different way. So I'm going to rank People Per Hour as number one, Upwork as number two, Freelancer as number three, and Guru as number four. People Per Hour and Upwork have much more better popularity than Freelancer and Guru. Buyers know them around the world, and they prefer it more than Freelancer and Guru. Freelancer.com is pretty good in India. It's quite famous in India. Guru is quite famous in United States. People Per Hour is famous in UK and Europe mainly, and but Upwork is famous around the globe. So Upwork has a lot of popularity, but still I have put it as number second because of my own personal reasons. If this was like 2015 or 16, I would say that Upwork was number one because back then Upwork was really, really better in terms of any other platform. But now it has become really expensive and you have to invest money before you can actually get clients, right? But in case of People Per Hour, Freelancer, Guru, you don't have to invest money in the beginning. You just have to create a profile and make sure that profile gets approved. In case of Upwork, getting the profile approval has also become a bit difficult. I created account 5 times, and out of those 5 times, only one of my account gets approved. And the only reason it got approved was that because I used a G Suite ID instead of a normal Gmail ID to create an account. So you can see that I had to make an expense of buying a G Suite package for myself and then applying for Upwork to in order to actually get my profile approved. And that is also fine because Upwork became a lot much crowded and its quality was getting depreciated. So they tried what they had to do in order to make sure that their reputation doesn't get harm in the market. So it's okay. It's their understanding, and there are other costs as well, attached to Upwork. So I'm gonna, explain that to you in my recommendation section. So now, which platform do I recommend? So I recommend People Per Hour for various reasons. So let's start with what are those reasons. Number one, I'm gonna go from down. That I got my first client from People Per Hour, like without any show proof, without anything. I got my first client. The profile thing is easy. Like the approval is easy on People Per Hour in comparison to Upwork. Freelancer Guru, it is also easy, but People Per Hour is also easy. The quality of projects is really, really great, much, much better than Freelancer and Guru, and equivalent to Upwork. So that is why I recommend you guys to start off with People Per Hour, and then you get free 20 proposal credits each month. Now the way all these freelancing platforms work is that they give you 20 credits each month to actually you need credits to actually pitch to the projects. Like if you want to send a proposal to the uh, what do you call to the project, you need to have you need to invest a particular credit, and if you don't have any credits, you cannot send a project. So in case of People Per Hour, Freelancer Guru, I think all of them give 20 credits in the beginning. I don't remember anymore, but yeah, they give you 20 credits each month. In case of work, they had the same system, but now what they have done is that when you log in, when you create an account for the first time in Upwork, they give you 20 proposal credits, but at the end of each month, but once those credits are finished, or you need to get more credits, it doesn't get auto renewed anymore. You have to buy their monthly subscription to actually get proposal credits. Now that is something that when you are starting as a freelancer, don't want to create an extra expense for yourself, because there's no guarantee that you will find success from that particular freelancing platform. The only reason I find success on People Per Hour is because I was able to get my first client from there, and because I had a first client, uh, I got a social proof on my account that I have worked with a particular client, and that client gave me uh, 5-star rating and a feedback. Now, in your case, you might get your first client for freelancer.com, and that might be much more successful for you because now you have a social proof on that particular platform. And once you have a social proof, getting clients becomes much more easier. So the more social proof you guys gonna have, the more buyers you have worked on a particular platform, the people will have more trust on you, right? So that is why I'm putting recommendation as people per hour, because one, they have good quality projects, and two, they give you 20 credits each month. And I got my first client from there without any social proof. So like, for example, let me show you guys my profile on people per hour. So this is my profile on people per hour. I have, you see, I have 8 reviews, 5-star reviews. I am a 5-level star member. They have a ranking system, and I have these many reviews now on my uh, profile. Now, one mistake I did in the beginning was that I didn't ask few people about giving me reviews, because I thought they are giving me stars, this is okay, but feedback, like sentences written by them, is really really important for your profile as well. So now I'm doing that, and this is the first client that I actually got from from people per hour. Like, this guy wanted to run Google ads for his affiliate product, and he was really happy to work with me, even though we were not really that much successful in selling, but he was pretty good with me. So thank you so much for Andrew for giving me a start. Shout out to Andrew. So over the period, I have worked with quite a few clients. I have worked with clients who approached me from people per hour, but then they decided to pay me off people per hour, and I worked for them from quite a long time. So I have worked with 11 buyers. One of the projects is still going on, which is basically I'm helping some guy to get his Google Merchant Center products approved. So if I go to the main dashboard, you can see that I have 100 proposal credits, one uninvoiced work stream, and this is the client I'm still working with, Michael A. And this is a client I have still completed working with. And these are my rankings, my profile views. I stand here. I almost lost this position yesterday, and thank you to Evelyn, I was able to get this position back. So, guys, this might look easier that, hey, I have clients and all these things, but the journey was not really that easy when it first started. I didn't got my first client within 1 week or 2 weeks. I was posting and sending, uh, you know, uh, what do you call, project proposals to the projects on each of these platform, two proposals or three proposals in a day on a consistent basis on all of these four. Like, so in a day I was sending what, 8 proposals on an average in a day on a consistent basis, without just hoping that okay, one of them might approach me. And I learned a lot during this time as well. I learned how to send a good proposal to the particular project buyer or owner. And I almost give up uh, at the end of the month. And I still remember that day. I almost my proposal credits were finished on people per hour, and I was like, okay, I cannot invest money right now. It didn't work, and I was quite, I will say, sad, but I was like, okay, it's part of life. Might be freelancing. I might try some other way in freelancing. So this doesn't work. It's okay. But then the next day, like it was the first day of the next month. I think it was uh, May only, and in June, like the 1st or 2nd June, some guy sent me a message. Andrew sent me a message on People Per Hour that, hey, I would like to work with you, and I'm like, great. So we started working, and this is how I got my first client. So when I almost lost hope, I got my first client. So I will say that can be a luck, but I also give credit to my consistency and dedication in sending proposals for the entire month to make sure that I get someone. And I have sent proposals like at 12 p.m. at night, as in Indian timing, because I was that much dedicated. I was like, I just need to send proposals to any relevant project that I get. I was not sending proposals to all of the fields in digital marketing. I was like, I'm not going to approach SEO. I'm not going to approach social media marketing. I'm just going to go stick to my specialization, that is Facebook ads and Google ads, and I was sending proposals for that only. And finally, at the end of the month, I finally got my first client, which was around, I believe, $50. And it didn't really, the excitement was more for getting a client than earning $50 out of it. And that was a really great experience for me. And from there, my profile kind of kicked off in people per hour, and I started getting more clients. From Upwork, I was able to get 2 clients, and they were okay, but I didn't really like much working with them. I was not able to generate results for them as much as I was hoping I would get for them. So I didn't really put a lot of investment in Upwork. I also closed that G Suite account that I used to create the Upwork ID. But I switched to people per hour. I know now these days I no longer actually send proposals on a very aggressive way. I just send to relevant people, and if I believe that the price is right, so I work with them. And I always let's talk about the proposal thing. Like, what proposals, when you are starting out, you have no social proof, so what proposal really worked? So in the beginning, when I was sending proposals, I was just sending normal proposal, like anyone, like, hey, I am this guy, I have experience in PPC for like 2 years, uh, I have worked with this particular clients. That's it. Like, I was just sending them a general view of mine, and I'm sure 10 other guys must be sending the same thing. So it didn't really, give any uniqueness about you, that why that particular person should, invest his or her time and send you a message that, hey, let's talk further. But then I decided to try something different. What I decided to do was that I decided to put a very small introduction of mine. For example, hey, John. My name is Solange Gura. I'm a PPC ad specialist, and I've been running Google and Facebook ads for about 2 years now. And then whatever their problem is, for example, they are facing a problem with low conversions in Google ads. So I tell them, hey, look at you need to have a go through your quality score, and maybe if you improve your quality score, your conversion rate might improve. So I was giving them a very small solution, not like in a very, not giving them a very detailed solution, but a very simple solution to solve their problem. And so that it gives them it shows my uniqueness over other platforms, or like, so not other platforms but over other freelancers who's pitching the same person. And I saw that my conversion rate quite become better. Like, even after, this is how I closed Andrew only. So I sent, so Andrew was facing was had two challenges. Number one, he wanted to create a landing page which is not really that expensive, and number two, he wanted a proven Google Ads strategy. Now, a lot of people were promising him that, hey, I can get the result in XYZ amount and blah, blah, blah. But what I did is that I show him in a picture that, hey, there's no guarantee of results until and unless we run a test campaign. And this one point, he told me that he liked over the others, that, hey, testing is important. And I gave him testing for free. Like, it doesn't issue, I made a landing page using simple PHP. I asked one of my colleagues to make for me, and I paid him some amount. So I just invested my own amount. I was happy to get a client, so it is okay. And I was like, it's okay to invest my own money, like 1,000 rupees, in creating a landing page. So I created a landing page, and then I ran Google Ads for him, and we ran a test campaign, and we generated okay results. And then he was like, okay, let's test the campaign for 1 month, and then we decided for a service fees of $50 for that 1 month. And in the period of 1 month, we generated few sales for that affiliate product, but it was not really that up to the mark that Andrew was happy. So it is all okay, and we decided to close the relationship. But after Andrew gave me review on people per hour, I started getting clients pretty easily. Like, honestly, my with my proposal strategy and my a bit of social proof on the platform, and yeah, the way I'm sending them proposal, it becomes easier for me to get clients. And it was not like that they approached me and I was like, hey, this is my amount and let's work. It's like I was going on a calls with them, I was understanding their problem, I was trying to provide a relevant solution. And I was not portraying that, hey, I was not portraying that I was in a hurry to close the deal. I was just like being very patient and consistent. I was focusing more on providing value than trying to get the service fee out of their client. Remember one thing, guys, in service industry, always focus on providing more value than trying to close the deal quickly. Because when you provide value, when you provide more than what is expected in a contract, then that person gets trust on you, builds a trust on you, and he or she is not going to leave you so easily. So when you create meaningful relationships, valuable relationships with your client, they're not going to leave you so easily. So you need to think of the game from a long-term perspective, and that can only happen when you understand that providing value is much more important than closing the deal quickly. And this is what I was doing. I will not say that freelancing is a profitable thing for me, but it gave me, a basis to create my own online business. It gave me a basis to, generate my own online income, and it provided me monetary value so that I can invest that money in my own business. I was able to create my agency. I was able to create my business out of that only. So I will. So like, suppose if you guys, if you're one of those people who want to start an online business, then you can use freelancing as a medium to generate income to invest in your online business. But you can never you know consider freelancing as a full-time thing, because the income is not consistent. And honestly, yeah, if you're trying to become a consultant, then you can think of freelancing as a full time. But when you're trying to build a proper business with teams and systems in place, then freelancing is not the choice. You cannot say that have created a freelancing business. But freelancing is a medium for you to actually make some money, earn some money, so that you can invest that money in building an actual business. And this is what I actually did. Whatever money I earned from freelancing, I invested in my online business, and that is how I grew and reached the position where I am today. So this was my freelancing journey, guys. In case you guys need more information, you can schedule a call with me through Calendly. The link will be in the description, and it's a 15-20 minutes call. You don't have to, pay for it or anything. It's a free thing, and the purpose here to help you find your solutions. And if I'm able to help, that's a win for me. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments. And if you want to have an interaction with me for 15-20 minutes, please book a call on Calendly. The link will be in the description. And thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.